So just watching that, it was amazing. Before I bring him up, nothing that he was talking about, it wasn't written. He literally goes to the place, gets inspiration, and preaches on the spot. So there's nothing written, and I've seen him do it. And it's like, God just downloads, and he just speaks sense. I mean, it is fantastic. So, Dr. G, you have to give a round of applause again, everybody. Now, I would like to introduce the man of the moment, Dr. G, to not just tell us more about his vision, his book, and yeah, just come and tell us. Thank you so much.
Praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. I want to thank everyone for supporting me, for being here. I don't take community or family for granted. There are many people that wish that they had a brother, a sister, friends. There are many people that are home by themselves. They have no one. It is tragic. But we thank God that is not my portion, that is not your portion. We're all here as a community. And so the first thing I want to say is, I thank you for being here. This has been a journey. And I know that some people in the U.S. are familiar with some of my story. However, the people in the UK, not as much. So it is essential to introduce part of this long, adventurous, I say, and sometimes dramatic journey that the Lord has put me on. You and I, as we know, we all have different lives. My own father, mother, they had a completely different life than mine. Even my sister here, and my other sisters that are not here, have had a completely different life. Sometimes I feel like the black sheep of the family. However, this is how God has ordained my own life. And it is well, because there are many that can relate to my adventure, my story, my destiny. How did it all come about? Some of you ask. How did we get to this place of Dr. G around the globe? Sometimes I feel like, wow, look at what God is doing. It's so amazing. My story started obviously many, many years ago. We don't have enough time. As some people that know me, I can talk all night long. I was at my nephew Busoye's house. He invited me to Cambridge. I'm sure that when I left, he said, man, I'm not going to invite this uncle anymore. I remember that we had dinner at 7. Me and his family, his wife, we had dinner. As usual, we get into conversation. I had about 9:30, the wife said, you know what, I'm going to leave you guys to it. You guys continue. I'm going to bed. My nephew and I began talking and talking and talking. And guess what? At 7 a.m., we were still talking. I know you say, oh, wow, that guy can talk. I said, well, that's kind of how it goes, That's kind of how it goes. With some people, you just have the right energy and you can talk all night long. In fact, with most people, as my nephew said, we can break the wall. Just give us a little bit of time, we can break through the wall. So anyway, it's been an adventurous journey. What brought us here to this passion, the mission, and the vision? I guess I'll pick it up at the point where I met my wife. I was transferred from Maryland. I'm still in the financial services business. So I was transferred from Maryland to Phoenix to help in operating and managing an office. And I met this lady, interviewed her. I said, wow, I got to get a number. And one thing led to another. Friendship eventually led to marriage. We discovered when we met that, you know what, why are we working for an employer? We have everything that we need right here, me and you. We can build our own business. And by God's grace, that's exactly what happened. God opened up the door and we met a multi-millionaire on a ranch. Between drinking tequila and having a big roast, a contract was signed, if you can believe that. And all of a sudden, where's the money going to come from? The money came right there. The man said, well, it seems like you have a lot of talent, and we can go into business together. I have the money, and you have the expertise. And this is how our business started. Yeah, it was a successful union. I say union with my late wife. Union because it wasn't just about business. It was a solid friendship. Solid friendship. And many, many great things happened in that relationship. However, before I go to the however, two beautiful boys. I know we're not supposed to call boys beautiful, we're supposed to call girls beautiful, but trust me, these boys are beautiful. And when I say beautiful, you know what I mean. They're beautiful. Well, just like my brother there, Victor, beautiful. Why are you laughing? I mean, he is beautiful. Oh, by the way, Brother Victor has been adopted into the Martins family. So, yeah, so it's Victor Adedeye Martins. Anyway, so yeah, they're beautiful boys. So, you look at the videos and you say, wow, where is the passion coming from? Yeah. Life went on and everything was great. To the point where others would look at me and say, man, this man has the magic touch. I wish I had your life because everything that we touched turned to gold. Everything worked. Everything worked. Well, when you meet the right woman, everything works. So anyway, everything worked until one day she started to have headaches. Wow. When your wife says, I have a headache, and you're just going to say, well, just take, what do you guys take here? Paracetamol? Yeah, okay. Back in America, we take Tylenol. Say, yeah, just go take headache medicine, and you'll be all right. And, of course, that's what I said, thinking that, it's not a problem. One thing led to another. The headaches didn't go away, and we went from one doctor to another doctor. They said, oh, it's just migraines. You know how it is. These women get migraines every now and then. Okay. But, a migraine that is putting her out like this? How is that possible? Until we went to the third doctor that said, wow, listen, has anyone done an MRI on it? Has anyone even gone further? I said, no, none of the doctors. Everyone said that she has migraines, but nothing seems to be helping. No medicine seems to be helping. Anyway, this doctor recommended an MRI, which we did and found out, sadly, that she had a tumor the size of a golf ball on the right side of her brain. Where in the heck did this come from? How did this happen? I could not believe the words of the surgeon. I'm very sorry, Mr. Martins. Your wife has an inoperable brain tumor. Yeah, we can try to take it out, but it'll come back. And this is stage 4, very, very dangerous. It kills people. And I don't know. I don't believe that she'll have 3 months. It was devastating. It was as if somebody, are you talking? Are you talking to me? I'm like, is this? No. That's not how my life is supposed to go. That's not how things are supposed to happen. My friends, sometimes in this life, awful, horrible things happen. Horrible, awful, tragic, unbelievable things happen. It happened to us. By the grace of God, the doctor's prophecy was wrong. 3 months turned into 3 years by the grace of God. gave my children a little bit of time to get to know their mother a little bit better. And yes, eventually she died from the brain cancer and was catapulted to heaven. I say catapulted. Now, where did this leave me? I was devastated. I was hurt and I was angry. How? Why? Were my questions. How? Why? And for a long time, those questions of how and why came up. Until one day, I heard the voice of God. Maybe you need to stop asking why and change your question to what now? What now? Not why. Why? There's no answer to the why. Crap happens, and you know the word they say. But I say crap. Which one? Do we have little children here? No. Yeah. But yeah, crap happens in this world, and so don't keep asking why. Ask what now? What now? The what now led to me writing my first book many years ago about what had happened, and yes, the grace of God on our lives as we were going through this horrible time. That book did very well. A lot of people were inspired. In fact, it was the book that catapulted me into the speaking, teaching ministry. All of a sudden, I was asked, hey, come speak here. It started in my church. Come speak to this particular group. Go speak to that particular group. And then, hey, you seem to be very knowledgeable about the scriptures. You seem to have a very positive attitude. Would you teach a Sunday class, Sunday school? I attended a church of about 4,000 people. So we had like 10 or 12 Sunday school classes. And so I would speak at each Sunday school class, rotating between one to the other, until at some point later I got ordained as a pastor. It's been a journey. The hurt and the pain was transformed over the years to a purpose, a mission. There was fuel and fire. To be honest with you, my covenant with the Lord was this. My wife has gone way too soon. Her life was cut short way too soon. For everyone like her whose life has been cut short, Lord, let even me through my own life save 1,000. For every soul whose time has been cut short, like this, Lord, use me in whatever form where many souls are saved. For every one that the enemy takes, you take 1,000. Hey, if it's 2, take 10,000. Not 2,000, exponential. If this enemy takes 2, you, Lord, take 20,000. It is my covenant. It is the fuel. It is the passion. So, all the way now we come to the UK. What is fueling G Ministries? It started many years ago. It started through a tragic circumstance that God, hey, you know the Bible verse, Romans 8:28. Yeah, someone, yeah. Hey, you all can quote it. How God turns around what the enemy meant for evil and turns it for his good and glory, absolutely. And so here we are. Something new has been birthed from something that was completely tragic. And you say, wow, how about the lives of those beautiful boys? Oh, wonderful. The smartest boys you've ever talked to. You would think that you were talking to geniuses. Well, they are. They are. They've been through some crap. But praise God, they are very, very smart. Sometimes I look at them and I say, man, who gave birth to you boys? I mean, their talents are so much higher than mine. One is a genius in mathematics. The other one can speak better than the Queen's English. He's in law school. He wants to be a lawyer, of course. Yeah. So, I mean, this is where this journey has brought me in regards to the passion, the fuel, keep on going. There are yet many more souls to be helped. There are yet many more people that the Lord wants to touch. He will not come down from heaven, but he will use people like me that's been fueled with a passion. Why do you think I can talk to anybody? It is the passion. It's not me. It's just the passion, the fuel, and the fire that God has given me in order to do that. Around the globe with Dr. G, yes, it is a passion, it is a mission, and it is a vision. It is a passion, it is a mission, it is also a vision. A vision. There is so much yet to do. So much yet to do. We went to Egypt. Let me complete that story. I wanted to climb Mount Sinai. It was a dream. I did. It was great. Oh, it was grueling, but it was great. I slept after climbing Mount Sinai. I slept for the whole day. The next day, it was great. Now, my nephew and his wife joined me in Egypt. They came with a videographer, not Eric, my friend here, but they came with somebody else. And guess what happened? After a couple of days of some fantastic footage, we came back to the UK, and in the next few weeks, guess what happened to all the footage? Yeah, all lost. Lost. You don't believe that Pharaoh still exists? Pharaoh, yes, Pharaoh still exists. All the footage, all the video, everything that we did, completely gone. But by God's grace, we shall not be defeated by Pharaoh. We, by God's grace, are going to be going back to Egypt again. This time around, what happened before, as we say, affliction shall not arise a second time. It shall not arise a second time. So by God's grace, we're off again around the globe to Egypt. This time is going to be even more adventurous and awesome. Hey, the world is a big world. Big world. So many places to go, so many people to talk to. I was talking to my friend, Brother Bola Makinde. I said, the ministry of God is a ministry to the unseen. When I started speaking to the mirror. No soul was there, just me and the mirror. So the ministry is the ministry to say, birds of the air, they carry the word here, there, and everywhere. And so around the globe with Dr. G, that's what we do. We know that our voices are carried and disseminated all over the place. It is fun. It's an adventure. God has put a twist into this, what they call the Great Commission. The Great Commission has become a fun time of going to Egypt, going to Turkey, going to Patmos, and where next? I told my sister Moti, I said, I'm jealous of you. You went to Malaysia and Singapore. I've been thinking about Malaysia, So many places to go. Even our own motherland, Nigeria, and other places as well. I call it the Africa Arising. Africa Arising Tour. There is so much to do. The mission, the vision, and the passion. That also led me to write a book. The book is called The Evolution of Healing. The Evolution of Healing. I believe that everybody in this world needs healing, just as we need water and food, everybody in this world needs healing. Everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Christian, whosoever you may be, you are in need of healing. And that is the book I wrote, The Evolution of Healing, to everyone, regardless of who they call themselves. Even if somebody says, I'm an atheist, you need healing, brother. Everybody needs healing. And the book talks about healing from a different perspective. From the soul first. From the inside first. The inside. From the inside first. And then it flows to the outside. It's been a journey. Hey, praise God, the journey still continues. As they say in Yoruba, Asheshe Bereni. Asheshe Bereni. Asheshe Bereni. We have just barely begun. We have just barely begun. Dial forward 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I don't know where you're going to see Dr. G. We never know what God desires to do with Dr. G and the vision and the passion and the mission. But I want to thank you again for coming here and being supporters of this man and his ministry from the Lord. Thank you so much.